Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Oh, yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Hey, welcome, my friends and my friendlies. Welcome to the Big Dog of Broad Chasing. Meant to say casting. Always mean to say it. It never comes out that way. Why? Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and on Rumble and on, what's the other one that we're on? Twitter. And on new surfaces every week, growing by leaps and bounds. We're on our way to 1 billion subscriptions, so get up there on YouTube and subscribe to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. And I neglect to tell you to follow and do the like button and then comment and so on. It has something to do with the analytics. Listen,
subscribe.
For I am just a caveman, my friends. Magic Matt from spitting distance from Hollywood, Cali, where all the miscreants live. They live right over there, about 8 miles. And we are here in the hills of the San Fernando Valley. I thank you so much for spending some time with us. I was thinking it's been way too long since I've been pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I woke up with that thought today. That's it. There were times in my life when I was pleasantly surprised by one thing or another, and it's been a long stinking time.
Huh. Now that you think about it, now that you mention it, me too.
You too? Yep. So, yeah.
Not me, man. I had the opposite.
Well, good for you, Mart.
Fantastic.
My brother Mart is blessed. Mark C.G. Boyer?
Yes, sir.
No,
I had the... What I said is this. I woke up today.
Yeah.
Everything was going wrong. Like, everything. I was hungry as hell.
But how was that the opposite of being pleasantly surprised?
Because I wasn't pleasantly surprised at all. It was a rude awakening.
Dave?
Yeah,
okay. I'm going to refrain.
No, why were you going? Why don't you?
Why
don't you break this down, Dave?
Well,
what was I saying?
You haven't been pleasantly surprised in a
long time. Yeah. So I think my brother Mark.
What were you pleasantly surprised about?
Holy cow, Mark! When I go to Mark, you know things are bad.
Yeah, it's getting ugly.
Mark, explain it.
It's in the first 3 minutes.
Go.
Matt has not been pleasantly surprised for a very long time.
Okay. What was he
Neither have
pleasantly
you.
surprised about?
Neither have you.
Marty,
Right.
Marty, you're missing it. He has not been. That doesn't mean he has been.
Wow. You know what? You guys,
Did I say
you guys are doing some other weird.
Did I say that I was pleasantly surprised
What you
even
guys find
once?
funny? It's just not funny to
Let
me.
me take care of Marty.
Mart, it's not about funny. It's about the truth. We are about the truth, and those of you in Wisconsin, that's why you adore this show, as we've discovered, because you like the truth, and we say what you're thinking. That's a quote from many beautiful people in Wisconsin, and Mary from upstate New York, of course. You know, she sends me texts. You got a lot more listeners and viewers across the world and certainly the USA other than Wisconsin.
What do you guys just do your show for Wisconsin?
Yeah,
now?
are we? Yeah, and I would move there. Make me an offer, Wisconsin. Give me a place to stay, and we're still waiting for the Forerunner. By the way,
And Mary, as soon as
That's how we're gonna get there.
Mary, as soon as you start sending us huge boxes of meats and cheeses, then quiet
oh
down
no,
a
she
little
does
bit.
a lot. She does a lot for the show. She's a moderator.
Oh, she does a lot. Okay, Mark. Matt can speak for her. You can't.
Hey, Mart,
Hey?
chill out. Obviously, you were not pleasantly
Well,
surprised
she's
today.
my bride.
And
Wow, nobody gets that. Nobody even knows.
but been a long time since I've been pleasantly surprised. Did I mention that?
Yes, he did.
What were you surprised about?
You see, Dave, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't pleasantly.
I got it. Oh.
There was no pleasantly surprised in years.
This is the
As a matter of fact,
But I was unpleasantly surprised a week ago.
you were. What happened, Mark C.G.
I was
Boyer?
told I don't have a job anymore.
Okay, well that is unpleasantly surprised, but it's just the opposite of what I am trying to get across here. All right, hey, I'll start with Dave, Tattoo Dave, our producer.
Good morning.
What would your favorite ad slogan be? You know, and I think I know yours because you hum it all the time.
Oh man.
Okay, let me hum the one that Dave, in case it's going to take him a while to get to this.
It's gonna-
because he does this constantly. Yada da da da.
McDonald's.
Right, the McDonald's, and it doesn't have to be a song; it can be an actual slogan. What is Burger King's? Burger King.
Have it your own way.
Yeah, have it your way.
Your way, yeah.
Of course.
Have it your own way. Let me throw the own in there.
Yeah.
I personally, I think I'm going to drift towards Arby's.
Which is what?
We've got the meat.
Oh yeah, we've got the meat. We got the meat. How about you, Mark? Do you have a favorite
Well,
slogan?
yeah, partially because we know the man.
Okay.
But where's the it's too big to eat.
Oh yeah, that's good. Too big to eat.
Yeah.
And that's our friend Rodney Allen Rippey. We would love that man. He's a good man, friend of the show, and friend of mine for over 20 years, proving that I have friends in my life that are black. My brother Mart, do you have a favorite slogan?
Smoke them if you got them.
I'm not. Was that Winston back in the day?
It doesn't really work, but I don't care. It sounded good.
All right, because
beef. It's what's for dinner.
I don't know if I've ever shared this with anyone, and I doubt that I have, but about 22 years ago, when times were a little bit rough for about 2 weeks, I go through 2-week rough patches, and I was hired by an advertising agency to come up with slogans, and I put together slogans that I thought had great hope. And, I mean, damn, they were paying me per slogan, so obviously I wanted them to use them, and I would receive no compensation unless they'd use the slogan that I came up with.
Well,
so I...
pretty good gig, man.
well,
Of course. I mean, you got to.
if they use the damn slogan, it's like $25,000 per slogan.
Okay, so if you sit down, I mean, shit. Well, I mean, that's not much that much work.
Yeah.
It is work, but
Yeah.
say out of 100, they use one.
Right.
25 grand.
Well, here are some of the slogans I came up with. And by the way, batting 1,000 here, they didn't pay me 1 red cent. And I had great hope for these. One of my faves was, I can't believe it's not lard. Dude, don't you think that could work?
That's great.
Fantastic.
Certainly in an alternative universe, come for the goat cheese, stay for the pig's feet.
Yeah.
I thought that would work for a 7-Eleven.
Right.
Because they have the
So
pig.
far, I don't know why they haven't used these. And
Yeah.
that's just 2.
Yeah. One of my favorites that I came up with about 20 years ago, 10,000 Undertakers Can't Be Wrong.
Yeah.
That I thought had great promise. And for some reason,
They passed on
well, the advertising agency didn't like it.
They were woke.
One of my favorites, not 20 years ago. Maybe they were.
That's
maybe
what I'm saying. That was the beginning.
Yeah, maybe Tattoo Dave, they
you
were ahead
started
of
the
the curve.
movement.
Yeah. This is one of my faves. As seen on TV, if you were watching at 4 a.m. last Tuesday, I thought that this. Or how about this one? This is an ad slogan I came up with. Have another serving, Porky. You know, that would be. I'm sort of speaking to those who are big eaters.
I'm already picturing the commercial.
Yeah, right. So you can see how these should have worked.
Have another bite, Porky.
Yeah, I have a couple more that for some reason I was not compensated for. Another ad slogan: all natural except for the synthetic bacon. I thought that it had a chance.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one? Which you're going to believe? Boring lab studies or cool TV commercials? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I thought for toothpaste. That right? That would be perfect. Okay, my this has got to be my third favorite. Give us a week and we'll shut off your heart. What? This was for a doctors association, a medical association, and for some reason they were not in the same camp or mindset that I was in 20 years ago. And 2 more. Almost no chance of infection. I thought that, especially in this day and age, wouldn't that be a good one?
Yeah.
Almost no chance.
Because that would fit right in with all the crap we've gone through over the last 3 years. And P.S., unfortunately, that one is really true. I mean, that's pretty scary. And finally, the final ad slogan that I came up with it was about 21 years ago, that failed to grab any attention within the advertising firm. They gave me the big no. We can't spell sucker without you. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Mike Bozeman's. All this applause, obviously, is for you, the audience, not me, Magic Matt here.
Excellent.
On Outlaw Radio. Mike Bozeman's, or is it Bosman's, he sent me an email through our Outlaw Radio email, and the way that works is it's not an official email. It somehow gets filtered to me. So I replied to him, but he has yet to reply to me, which means that my email to him, using his email, obviously went into his S drawer, or what do they call that?
Spam.
Yeah.
Spam or junk.
And so, and this is really important for those of us on the show, and I think I can speak for Tattoo Dave, my brother Mark C.G. Boyer, when I say the important things in life, cheese and sausage, from our friends in Wisconsin, and wherever you happen to be that you would like to gift us.
Don't forget bacon.
Yeah, we're here. Right? Who can forget bacon?
Has anybody tried that yet?
It's God's food. I did last night. Oh, holy cow, this was the greatest bacon of all time.
Which one did you try?
The thick one.
The Applewood.
This is like the stuff that they serve in the steakhouse per slice. Oh man, it melts in your mouth. It's big and thick and gorgeous.
Oh, that's what they used to say about me in high school.
Yeah. This was the message.
Yeah, you heard me, Dave.
Well, you're the only one laughing, Mart.
No,
this is the message. Listening to your show and heard you mentioning Mullins cheese. Here in central Wisconsin, we're known for cheese factories. I work at Nasonville, or is it Nasonville, Dairy Cheese, about 20 miles away from Mullins. We are supportive of all of the different dairies in our state, but we also love a little friendly competition. Would you be interested in me shipping you some of our cheddar cheese to compare to the Mullins brand? Our factory is specifically known for having the best cheese curds in the whole state of Wisconsin, which means they're better than anything you will find in 49 other states.
that a trick question?
And the subject was cheddar and venison challenge. So you're looking at this right. You're looking at this as a challenge because it is. And the problem is that I returned the email, said, here's my address, because damn it, I guess I'm giving my address away to anyone these days. So you with a pipe, we got to stop talking about pipe bombs because, that's going to happen.
Well, it's either that or knock on the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The old shotgun blast.
Well, that's okay. They don't know what they're coming in for.
We are armed.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Yeah,
we're okay.
Yeah, we are armed. But I want
right now I'm eating a cheese curd.
Mike Bozeman's to know that I did send you the email, and everyone else has come to the party this week, including but not limited to. I'll get to all the folks, the nice folks from Wisconsin, but we're still waiting. And Mary is right. That we received some great a selection of great barbecue sauces from someone in upstate New York a few years ago. But that was a few years ago.
Yeah, they stopped.
Right? Okay.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
By the way, hey, Bozeman or Bosman, make that sharp cheddar, more sharp than anything, because that's the best.
Wow, now we're demanding.
Yeah, we're not that demanding, but
No, it's not seeming very.
Just put an order in.
yeah.
I'm not right now. I'm eating one of these cheese curds from Dairy State.
Oh yeah.
Those are good, man.
Those are the greatest, but not as great as Mike
Apparently.
Bosman's. What's the name of his company here again? Where the hell is
Mullins,
it?
the other one.
Yeah, it's Nasonville. Wait a second. Here in Central Wisconsin, Nasonville Dairy Cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, the great Jim Brown, man. That was a great man.
Yeah.
James Nathaniel Brown passed away at the age of 87.
Yesterday, right? I think it was yesterday.
He was, it depends on when they're watching the show. Let's not get specific there, Tattoo Dave. Just work with me, buddy.
Working.
Okay. But, he's remembered for this. His athletic achievements were, and I'm not a big sports nut, but when it comes to this guy, holy cow.
Yeah.
I mean, in college, professional football, but this was a great athlete, and I really, truly believe a great man. And all the movies that he did. I mean, he became a huge movie star.
That's a fantastic singer.
And he was really good, man.
Yeah.
No, that's James Brown. That's a different.
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the I Feel Good guy. Mark C.G. Boyer?
I have a quick story.
Yes.
Richard
by the
Pryor
way,
was
whenever Mark begins with I have a quick story, we're in for big trouble because I still have this Wonderhussy dilemma I have to get to. Go ahead.
Ooh, and I feel good.
Richard Pryor and he were very good friends.
No.
Okay.
They were out at a bar getting some drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone to a bar or two in your time.
What did I tell you about his short stories?
Yeah.
Huh?
And Richard would always say what a badass he was.
Yeah.
And so some schmucks started to give them crap.
By the way, schmuck is Yiddish for dick.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
Well, I didn't want to.
Thank you for. I didn't need the correct, Dave. I know I'm correct. That's why I mentioned it.
I'm just working with you.
I got to tell you, we got a producer that truly likes to hear his voice.
Yes, he does.
He really loves to hear his voice.
It's the Tattoo Dave Show.
Sean is testing.
Yeah.
So the guys were giving him crap,
Yeah.
and one of the fellas says, "How about I kick your frickin' asses?" And without missing a beat, he gets up from his chair. Brown gets up from his chair, turns around, gets right in his face, and say, "I guess that's the ass whooping I deserve."
Wow.
And the two guys said, "I think we'll go."
Oh, see, that's beautiful. See, Jim Brown was a smart man because what a beautiful way to diffuse that. What a gorgeous way to diffuse that. Something that needs some diffusing, but I guess they're doing it on their own.
I lost my phone.
Disney's Indiana Jones 5 debuts to brutal reviews. Brutal.
Oh, no.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is debuting to worse reviews than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal. Did anyone see that?
It was not good.
It wasn't good.
No, they had outer space and aliens. It was stupid.
I don't know how I missed that damn thing. Was that on the big screen?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I guess I had
$7
absolutely no interest in that. Although, the first three, that's all you need. Those were brilliant. The first three Indiana Jones were brilliant movies.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
Sean Connery, that was.
Oh, it's the best. But, so things look not bad for Indy 5 when director James Mangold was brought in to bid Indiana Jones a fond farewell Well, see, Mangold did the same thing for Wolverine. And by the way, I saw that Wolverine movie, and I thought that was great.
It was.
I love that movie. But Harrison Ford, P.S., 80-year-old guy, he has found some sort of elixir because, man, that guy looks friggin' great.
He does. Look
He's
good, yeah.
he's with it. He looks physically in shape like maybe a 54-year-old. I don't know how he does it, but that guy that's how all of us should look at 80.
He can land planes on a golf course.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I think it's under Harrison. Look under Harrison. Because I have that failed attempt. Well, I guess he was able to finally land that plane,
he landed
right?
on a golf course.
Yeah. If you find Harrison, then let me know. It's only about 45 seconds, but it's poor Harrison Ford attempting to land a plane.
I've always loved.
Okay, here we go. This is how it went about. What was it? 2 years ago? Year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hotel uniform, hotel.
Hotel uniform, can you hold short runway 25? Traffic on the runway.
Crossing 25. 89 hotel uniform.
Not a hotel uniform, get across that runway now. I told you to hold short. You need to listen up.
Wow.
Excuse me, sir. I thought exactly the opposite. I'm terribly sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. So cognitively, maybe should not be flying anymore. But as far as the movies go, man, they can do a lot of editing. But physically, the guy looks great. I wish we could say the same thing about Joe Biden, because both mentally and physically, NASA, we got a problem. But it was the child abusers at Disney who chose to release a really bad clip, and I saw the clip, and it doesn't make me want to watch the movie. And they didn't go with director James Mangold, so Indiana Jones and the Dial of Sucks, the new name for it, thanks to my buddy Nolte over there at Breitbart, from the people at Disney who want to have sex with your children, why else would they hold their $300 million movie up to the world 6 weeks before it arrives theaters June 30th? Well, here's a taste of the negative reviews, and I only have a couple of them. But where the hell is the name of, they went with this woke broad to produce it, and it was a really bad idea. Phoebe, not Kate's, emasculates Indy. So the gal that plays, I guess, his niece in this movie, it's all about emasculation and watching Harrison being an old man. Now, who in the hell, who happens to be a fan of the Indy series, wants to see Harrison Ford cower in the corner?
Oh, no.
You know, it's like Bond. It's
That's
like,
not his style.
No, right, Martin.
I love his style of acting.
And it's like emasculating James Bond. No one wants to see that. No fan of James Bond, and certainly no fan of Indiana Jones wants to see this man emasculated. So I didn't even write any of the reviews, but they were so bad. By the way, that Super Woke Willow TV series, it's such a flop on Disney Plus, so rejected by viewers, it's already scheduled to be removed from the streaming service to save money. And, her name is Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh.
Yeah. Kathleen Kennedy, the woke Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, she hooked up producing
Star
Cameron?
Wars. Star Wars, Indiana Jones. How many franchises does franchise killer Kathleen Kennedy want to do? You know, to get the woke rape page of great cinema?
Yeah, I got one.
It's embarrassing. Hey, Dave Matthews in the news.
We met Dave.
I'll tell you about old Dave Matthews when we return. Yeah, right here in the San Fernando Valley. Next.
Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Love. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar. night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen.
Now, I've heard of this gal throughout the years. She's a reality television personality. She was on Rock of Love 2, I Love Money, Rock of Love Charm School, also an occasional exotic dancer, and posed nude for the September 2011 issue of Hustler. Hustler? See, I gotta tell you, if I'm a chick, I'm never doing Hustler. I would consider Playboy, but Hustler, maybe that's why there are rumors floating that she is the new Wonder Hussy. I have heard rumors that she is now scouting the desert to do Wonder Hussy. You know, Wonder Hussy, our friend here on the show, and YouTube phenom who loves to visit desert dwellings and sort of rifle through all the cool stuff in the old abandoned cabins, and she loves her hot springs. And Destiny Sue Moore, the kids are talking about it. The Destiny Sue Moore could be the next Wonder Hussy, and if you look her up, you can see. Well, she's got a couple things that Wonder Hussy doesn't have. Now, I don't know how articulate she is. I know that there's a good chance that she was going to be here today, perhaps next week, Mark.
It's my good friend Rick's girlfriend for the last 4 months.
Right.
I've talked to her. Sweet, very intelligent, and guess what?
Yeah.
She's on the right side. She's no lefty piece of crap.
Well, when she shows up here, she can tell us all about
and she
that.
She will. Yeah.
But as long as she's hot, it's okay what side she's on if she's going to be here.
And she is
that her only job?
What? Yes, to be hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she does a good job.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, turn me up a little bit there, Dave, just a touch.
Man, you saw her photo, and you said she's a gorgeous.
She's posted on our YouTube posting promoting the show today, so you can see her up there. And the question is she the new Wonder Hussy?
I've heard that.
And see that everyone is sort of they're hearing, because Wonder Hussy is having tremendous success with her Wonder Hussiness. But can anyone do what Wonder Hussy does, even though this Destiny Sue Moore has two things that Wonder Hussy be the first one to admit that she is lacking these two things. What are they, Mark?
I can't. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Even if I had an idea,
I bet Mark C.G. Boyer would know.
Mammaries?
Yeah, big old ma'am, a damn ding dong. Yeah, she's got some big uns, but she was the second runner-up on the second season of Rock of Love with Bret Michaels, and on the show she had rivalries with contestants Christy Jo Muller and, to a lesser extent, Daisy De La Hoya. Her father and Bret rode motorcycles together before her father died from cancer. That sucks. Shortly after Rock of Love, Destiny appeared on I Love Money. Over the course of the show, she developed short-lived flings with two of the other boys. So, does your buddy know she got around? right?
I got a quick one for you.
Well, she had a few quickies.
Well.
It looks like. Let's see. So she was eliminated on the 5th episode after clashing with the major alliances on the show, and her own assertions that she just doesn't play dirty. Well, she sounds like a good gal.
I actually knew her. I was the driver on one of those shows.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, she went to what they called it Charm School. It was Sharon Osbourne and Ricky Rackman.
Right.
They were the hosts of the show, and it was all the girls that got rejected from the Bret Michaels Rock of Love.
Right.
So they came back and they brought them to Charm School to try to make them a little bit more elegant. And it was...
Did it work for her?
No. I mean, they tried.
Yeah.
But no, none of them really.
Okay.
But out of all the girls that you drove around in that bus or whatever, you said you talked to her. She's a cool...
She was really cool.
Yeah, she's
she
awesome.
was very, very cool.
She's great to talk to. I wouldn't, now she'll probably never come over. She hears what happened just now. So.
What just happened?
Well, she got around. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's not nice. That's not even...
Matt, it'll be...
Well, hold on a second. It's here in print. Over the course of the show, she developed short-lived flings with 2 of the other cast members. Okay, I'm not making this up. That's just the fact. If we're not going to stick with
have to say
if we're not going,
around.
I don't have to say a lot of things, but if we're not going to stick with the facts on this show, I ain't doing a show, and I will stick with the facts.
Go ahead and stick with
and
the
I'm
facts.
a fan of this lovely woman. And by the way, you think that will keep her from being on Outlaw Radio? Not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
Not a chance in hell. Yes, Mark?
I don't. She's going to have a trouble being another Wonder Hussy.
Yeah.
Because Wonder Hussy has A, charm, and B, genuine passion for her subject.
Well, now how
and it comes across in her videos.
You're right, but how do we not know that Destiny Sue Moore does not have that charm? I haven't watched any of her TV stuff, or a passion for the desert. I'm assuming she probably does.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we will.
She's a Cherokee Indian native.
And she's gorgeous. And Wonder Hussy, I guess, has a little competition. But we will never stop our support of Wonder Hussy because she is a great broad. She's a great... And you think there's anything that we could ever say about Wonder Hussy to keep her from coming here? No. And that's why she's beautiful. This Pamela Sue Anderson, Destiny Sue Moore appeared on Escape the Fate for the song Situations. Anybody know that?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Was that a good
Rick
song?
showed me the video last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How?
It's just a rock video. The band was short-lived. It's like there's a couple of rock videos she did. I know she was in that one.
Right.
And then I forget the other one, but they were kind of unknown bands or whatever.
She also appears as a waitress in the movie Georgia Rule in 2007. She's also appeared in the horror movie Reality Horror Night. Anybody know that one?
Nope.
That was released on Halloween 2009. She played herself as she appeared on VH1 reality shows. So that's...
And now she's a nurse.
Yeah. So that answers the question as to her intelligence. I mean, you got to go through some schooling, right? And you got to learn some stuff.
Yeah.
You got to, in order to do blood work and so on.
Oh.
Do all nurses do blood work? I bet they all know how to do it. Don't you think, Dave?
I would
Tattoo
imagine,
Dave?
yeah. And I can vouch. She's an intelligent girl, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So there you go.
She might be here next week. Either that or the following for sure.
Well, Wonder
She's having some issues
Hussy, keep up the good work. But now I just, being your friend, beautiful Wonder Hussy, we simply wanted you to know that you have some competition by the name of Destiny Sue Moore. So we'll see how
she's going to come after Destiny. She's going to look her up. Destiny's going to, what did I do?
Yeah, well, you don't go after Wonder Hussy. That's what you do. Hey, Dave Matthews pushes gun control. He says, no one is coming for your guns. Dave was coming for my girlfriend, however, at the Valley Inn in
Anger management, Dave.
At the Valley Inn in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
Minding my own business there with lovely Maggie, one of a myriad girlfriends
and
in my life.
I was sitting right there.
You were there that night?
I don't know what it said. You know who that is?
Oh, okay. See, because I would have no idea.
Because I saw him going. He had a fork in his hand. He was at the bar by himself.
Dave Matthews.
And he's slamming.
Can you do a Dave Matthews?
No. He's slamming the fork onto the bar, slamming it. I look over.
Yeah.
He looks at me. Sorry, man, it was a bad night. It's a bad day. It's a bad night.
So
Dave Matthews.
I guess he wanted to make it up to himself by nailing my girlfriend.
I guess so.
Because he was going,
Ching, ching.
he was going after her hard.
Wow.
And by the way, I'm the first one. Once again, I'm doubling down on the honesty thing. If she were not encumbered by me at that point, or maybe if we were quote unquote boyfriend girlfriend, but I wasn't there at the time. Who knows what would have happened, because Dave Matthews is a big rock and roll star.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, women love power. They love money. And a Bill Clinton who, an attractive guy, but what really makes him attractive? He was the president of the United States.
Power.
But JFK, God rest his soul, he wasn't good looking. He was not a good looking man. Right, Dave? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, JFK was not some damn GQ-looking guy. You know, Bill Clinton, I think, I mean, if we're doing A's and A and being presidents as far as their looks, you know, Bill Clinton, I think, a better-looking guy. But
Yeah,
what do I know? That's coming from a heterosexual
I think
male.
the best-looking president of all time was Richard Nixon. I mean, I'm sticking with it.
But once again, he could have had the hottest female on the planet because
probably did,
because he was the I don't know if he messed around on his gal. I don't know.
Come on, politicians. There's no way.
And, you know, we know Bill Clinton did, and we certainly know that old JFK was getting around much more than little flings like Destiny Sue Moore. You know, many more.
Hey,
flings.
Rick, man, it was great being your friend for the last 5 years. I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll know what true friendship is if he were to cut it off now because of this. That's not a true friend. Dave Matthews, who is going after my girlfriend over at the Sherman Oaks Valley
You can't
Inn.
blame him. She had some big old hoots.
Well, it wasn't just that. She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, she was gorgeous. Every pore in her body exuded sex.
You know,
and that's the honest to God truth.
You know that we fought a lot. We didn't like each other. We did
really?
not like each other. No.
This is a shock to me.
Hey, Dave,
I
guess
want to
what?
put that out there.
This one wasn't on. This one wasn't on me, bro. Trust me.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't really fight much, but
we did.
But boy, we certainly had a good time, and of course she wanted to be married. I had already gone through a marriage. I was not interested in that.
She wanted babies.
Yeah, and then she pulled that fake. I shouldn't talk about this, but she did. She pulled the fake pregnancy thing. I can get it out, Mart. It's my story. I was there.
It's actually a great agenda. She
pulled
with your brother and then had makeup sex with you.
I got to tell you this. She pulled that. Hey,
funny,
Tattoo
dude.
Dave. She pulled that on me while she was picking me up from Burbank Airport. I was on my way back from New York, and the first thing out of her mouth, or no. She wasn't picking me up. I had my car there. She showed up. She knew that I was coming in at that time, and she lays that on me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, that's a major deal. I'm going to have 2 children. I mean, I love my child. So, you know, the scary part though is this is unplanned. And then I'm thinking to myself, I bet she's lying, and I took the deep dive in so many ways, and figured out that she was lying to me. It was a scam-a-lama ding-dong. Come on, biological ladies, we defend you. We love biological women. But, and there is a but, you know, some of the crap that they pull on men. And the great biological women who watch and listen to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, they know that I'm speaking the truth now, because women know women much more than men know women. They know what they do. Yeah. They do. Oh, yeah. Everyone has a girlfriend who has pulled this kind of crap on some guy. And it's really nasty. You see, we don't have that in our arsenal, being that we can't get pregnant. Oh, no, call the woke police. Did you hear what I said?
Well, I don't know. Talk to Monty.
Males can't get pregnant. It's an impossibility.
Well, Matt, there was one time that my ex told me, when we used to do a live broadcast from the Beverly Hills Hotel, a night of 100 stars on Academy night. And so it was my ex and your ex-girlfriend you're talking about, Maggie. Maggie goes, Joni, can you help me get into my dress in the bathroom? And Joni didn't expect this, but she walks in, and she just dropped everything, just completely naked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She goes, how do I look? She goes, I don't know, you're not in your dress yet.
Yeah, no. How do I look?
You look good to me.
We know how you look. During an interview with USA Today, Dave Matthews blasted people who say it's guns. It's the guns. Matthew offered no ideas or policy solutions while he pushed for politicians to do something while saying no one is coming for your guns. He said, I'm so stunned by the ability of our leaders to be able to convince us that we're powerless in the face of gun violence and that the vulnerability of innocent people in this country is a sacrifice we have to make if we want to be truly American. It's so mind-bogglingly cruel. It's insanity, Dave Matthews says. He added, I have no idea how people can stand up and say it's not guns and it's not the NRA. It's just mental health. Well, you know why they say that, Dave Matthews? You want to help Tattoo Dave? Why do people say that?
You know,
because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
Matthews talked about having friends who own guns and keep guns in their homes, but he claimed that even those gun-owning friends want to figure out a way to control who can and cannot own a gun. We do. We do. It's called background checks.
Little thing called they put you to the ringer, especially in California, but everywhere.
But he says no one is coming for your guns. Boy, if this friggin' Dave Matthews ain't a douche. But it seems fair to point out that someone is going to have to come for the guns of some people. If Matthews' friends' desires for only certain people to possess guns becomes a reality, he says, I don't like being afraid of my children being murdered at school. I've had to deal with my kids being at university when there's shootings and they've lost friends. If we can just shout out about weird things, politicians don't have to sit down and figure out solutions to real issues like health care and gun violence. That kind of madness and distraction makes me crazy. I think this guy's a little off his rocker. Do you? A little mentally unstable?
I thought that the night we saw him, man. He's a little nuts.
Well, focusing on mass shootings, Dave Matthews didn't mention that such incidents comprise a minute portion of gun deaths in America. For example, Mayors Against Illegal Guns claims there were 56 mass shootings that occurred in 30 states during the 4-year period from January 2009 through 2013. On March 26, 2023, Fox 17 noted Moms Demand Action volunteer Christian Van Isle saying mass shootings are only less than 2% of gun deaths in the United States.
And I'll tell you what one of the big ones is suicide.
Well, yeah.
That percentage is way higher.
I'm just wondering why we're not going to break right now. Pew Research analysis of gun deaths in the U.S. points out that mass shooting incidents in the U.S. account for a small fraction of all gun murders. On the other hand, over 27,000 people were killed in gang street shootings in Chicago during the former mayor Lori Lightfoot's single term in office alone. But yet, we should be worried about those with the guns. Hey, Einstein, Dave Matthews, it's not the guns, and it is mental health. We'll be this after back. A lot to get to in mere seconds on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
Just a couple minutes ago, we were talking about Dave Matthews and the fact that he wants and needs in his life gun control, because that's the answer to the nation's woes, gun control. It ain't the people, it's the guns. It ain't the people, it's the cars, right? Cars kill people.
It's not the arrow, it's the Indian.
It's the... Wait a second, that would be African American. Welcome back, my friends, to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. I found a Dave Matthews song that I sort of like, and I think the only one. Any Dave Matthews fans?
You know, I have been a fan of his in the past.
Yeah.
And I actually drove for a band. It was his horn section that had their own band. They were these kids from Stanford, and they were these masters. And they told me nothing but great things about this guy. This guy pays them all year and lets them go do what they need to do as long as they're available to come back to do his show.
Well, listen, the fact that he has a horn section, I love that
It's
part.
a big one, yeah.
Yeah, because you know, try to find a rock band these days with a horn section, and I love Dave Matthews for that. But you got to admit that politically, the guy's a big D-bag.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would appear.
100%. Did you have Mark's mic up here? Because he attempted to say something.
Think so.
Oh, yeah? No, now you do. Go ahead, Mark.
Now. Well, I forgot what I was going to say now.
All righty. So I didn't forget that here's a Dave Matthews cut. This is a song that I appreciate from Dave Matthews, and I think the only one. Dig it. Go ahead. Start playing. Here we go. Right? How about that voice? Yeah, pretty good. Here we go. Next hour, Governor Newsom calls Disney's decision to cancel the $1 billion Florida complex a victory. Hey. Right, sort of a catchy Dave Matthews.
Pretty little thing, let me latch caticles, mama.
Here we go. Well, what do we learn from that? Being good is good.
Right.
It's good.
Anybody pick up some of those?
He's better than I thought he was.
Anybody pick up some of those lyrics? Did you, Dave?
I wrote them down.
I had no clue what he was saying.
None of the lyrics?
No.
It's funny because you look at him, you don't think he'd have a voice like that. But
You didn't hear you didn't hear the butt part or the V word?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just nothing.
He's wearing bunny ears, Matt.
Yeah, what does he know?
He's a little clogged.
That's Mark C.G. Boyer. And that was Dave Matthews. Or was it? Was it Dave Matthews? Could have been a parody.
Mark still thinks it is.
Could have been a parody, but he certainly has a unique style, doesn't he?
Yep.
That unique voice of his. When we return next hour, I know we're going a little early here, but Governor Newsom calls Disney's decision to cancel the $1 billion Florida complex a victory for California, because that's the way Newsom looks at things.
What an a-hole.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Plus, hold on just a second here. I got something big. Paramount Plus preps pansexual dating series called Love Always.
Yes.
A pansexual dating series. I'm glad this is happening so I can give you a little insight on pansexual and who is and who isn't. When we return on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and on Rumble. You got to follow us on Rumble. I mean, you don't have to, but we'd certainly appreciate it.
Out on the street, I was talking to a man. He said there's so much, but there's nothing.
doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
He's very cool. He just passed out.
Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten him up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Okay. Hey. Diddy. Hey, thank you, Tim, Paula, Tony, Beth, all of you great folks watching and listening to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Thank you for the cheese and the sausage, and we'd say hi to you even if you didn't gift us, but it's extra meaningful when we get free stuff here in the show.
Oh, and we know their names.
Oh, yeah, it comes in handy. Hey, I want you to know that this Johnny Carson couch fiasco ain't over. Someone is putting up the couch and the swivel table, and I think it's Heritage Auctions next month, but I own the swivel table and the couch. I've heard from folks in the know, including a guy named Sotzig. He's the nephew of Johnny Carson. And, I thought, well, we could talk to him on the show today. And then I thought, this could get legal. And I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I've owned the Johnny Carson couch since the last 10 years of The Tonight Show, hosted by Johnny. And I've owned that couch and the swivel table since 1994. And now an auction house is offering that up for grabs next month, but I own it. How can that be? And this is exactly, can they see this?
Yep.
Can you see this? That's exactly what it looks like. That is my couch and my swivel table. And that picture, though, was taken from the auction house that is putting it up for auction next month, even though
this is a good story,
I own
man.
it. It is.
TMZ should cover this.
Yeah, it is. Well, they probably, I have received a little word that they probably are, and they will, as it gets closer to auction day. But it's a weird thing. It's a conundrum, and, man, I don't get it. And so some of the folks on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook is MATT, and then the last name ALAN, that would spell Matt Allen, have said, well, they make various copies for the set in case, something happens to one of the sets, the couch. But when I purchased this, it was labeled as one of a kind. So, and Butterfield's, the auction house that I purchased this from in 1994, is out of business or joined forces with another auction house.
Yeah, with Heritage.
I think it was Sotheby's, or became Sotheby's. I don't know. Well, now I don't know about that, because Sotheby's is a reputable auction house. I do know that about Sotheby's.
I was going to bring that up, Matt, the Facebook page and what Rick had commented, which is what I said last week when it came up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you saw my comment to him, which was, let this thing play out, because there's money to be had probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a litigious guy. The only person I ever sued is a guy that headbutted me and broke my nose in a humidor in Beverly Hills. That's the only guy. And that, you don't really think of that as a lawsuit, but I guess it is, because we went to court and I won. And I learned rather quickly that a broken nose is only worth a few $1,000s. Yeah. It's not worth that much money. Yeah. And then after you pay the attorney, it's like, okay, let's go have a cup of Joe, because that's what this whole thing was worth. But the guy that headbutted me, the little Sicilian dude, he got on a plane, went back to Sicily. Oh. So he was not in America when this took place, but
so you won by default?
No, because it was a humidor run by, and I forget the dude's name, but he owned a couple, more of a wine place that he then built a humidor, because it was during the cigar craze in the early 90s, and so I had to go after, of course, the shopkeeper, because this man was an employee of his.
Oh, yeah.
And so he had an attorney. And the great thing about not lying, the great thing about telling the truth is you never have to cover your tracks. And so when the attorney is asking me 5 questions, all the same question in 5 different ways, of course my answer ain't going to change, because I'm telling the honest to God truth, and he's trying to slip me up. And I even said that on the stand. I said, no matter how many ways you ask me this question, it'll be the same answer, because I'm telling you the truth. And it's like, strike that. That is, I forgot what, combative or whatever the hell.
You can't handle the truth.
That's not what I asked you. Strike that.
And then I said, no, the person who was combative is the little a-hole who headbutted me in the humidor. And
you're kind of tall, man. I wonder how this short guy got up there.
It was
that's worth the climb.
It was, and I am worth the climb. Thank you, Mark, for pointing that out.
That's where I was going.
Governor Newsom, and he is, he's our governor here in California, calls Disney's decision to cancel $1 billion Florida complex a victory for California. He praised the Walt Disney Company's decision to abandon the $1 billion complex, which was to be constructed in Florida, calling the move a victory for California. Disney execs ended plans. God, $1 billion would have relocated 2,000 jobs from California to Florida. And this move amid a battle between Disney and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. I wonder if Ron is having any regrets at this point. The battle between Disney and DeSantis appears to go far beyond the original tiff over the parental rights education law, which Disney adamantly vowed to fight against, because I guess they want to have sex with your children. I don't understand this company. If you see their ads on, you'll see it on YouTube on occasion, and other sources. I mean, they run these ads everywhere, but it's like a mouse can change the world. Well, boy, we know what they're trying to do, don't we? Yeah. A mouse can change the world. They say it. They say it in the commercial. But they are going... See, they're full groomer at this time. Disney are full-on friggin' groomers. They have no problem with this. The DeSantis administration ultimately dismantled Disney's self-governing status. They replaced the Disney-controlled board with the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, containing members' approval by the governor. And this ongoing battle, sneaking into a 30-year development agreement in early February, prior to the DeSantis-approved board taking control, Disney escalated the war in April, filing a lawsuit against DeSantis. And it's just back and forth. And even though Ron is doing the right thing, I wonder if this will be held against him. What do you think?
I would say definitely.
I don't know, definitely.
Yeah, I would say definitely, because he's on the right, and that's what they're going to do.
Authoritarian policies have consequences, Newsom said. This authoritarian... Governor Newsom, there's no one more authoritarian than you, my friggin' lying out of both sides of your mouth. I mean, this is the man that put the hammer down on small business in California, and so many have no business now to this date. Now, I will bring this up because this is a fact. A great dive bar sitting there for about 40 years. They could not withstand being closed, and they're out of business. And don't tell me this was not this a-hole governor of California's plan all along. Get rid of the small business, because you know that the Democrats are not small business lovers.
No.
And this ain't a place, this state, boy, this is the last place you want to begin a business. California. At any moment, they could pull the rug out from under you. But this was his plan. And, of course, if you're a ginormous company, you can withstand the heat. And then do all the... I mean, it was only a short time ago, but it seems like years ago now. The drive-by pick-up-your-food crap... I never went for that. Did you ever do that, Dave?
No, never.
Curbside crap? I never did it. I did get into Uber Eats and all that stuff, though. I'll admit.
No.
That's different. That's delivery.
That's completely different. Yeah. I get that. I get that.
But the curbside pickup crap? No, you BS.
So you pick it up from a Black Angus, and by the time you get it home, it's cold. And even if it... And what I was thinking is, you pay $135 for a tomahawk steak dinner for two from Fleming's.
Right.
And you pick it up, and it's about 20 minutes away from where we are here in the hills of the San Fernando Valley. By the time you get it home, and P.S., isn't that the whole concept of going out to dinner, being catered to? Right?
Getting something freshly hot to your table.
Yes. And having someone that you can complain to if something is wrong. What if you get garlic mashed and you don't like garlic?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Jump in the car, bring it all the way back? But this a-hole governor of ours, Governor friggin' Newsom. Newsom claimed victory for the Golden State, that's where we emanate, and took a shot at Florida's authoritarian policies. I just love that. Authoritarian.
Yeah.
This guy knows authoritarian. To put it simply, Disneyland Forward sets the stage for significant multi-decade investment in the future, blah, blah, blah. The Disneyland Forward plan, unveiled in September, would generate 4,500 jobs, $11 million in tax revenue. And of course, Newsom is in hog heaven because he sees those jobs staying in California. The BLS data released Friday found that the unemployment rate in California is nearly 2% higher than in Florida. Florida's unemployment rate is 2.6%, while California's, ours, here in this state, once great state, is 4.5% more.
That's a lot.
Than 1% higher than the national average.
Yeah.
But Newsom's doing a good job, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, California is also in a recession, according to the SOM rule, which maintains that when the 3-month average unemployment rate rises a half percentage point above the low of the prior 12 months, the economy is in recession or it is about to be. And California's unemployment rate is up from 3.83% in August a year ago. Yeah, this, boy, I have been a fan of California for many, many years, but not the last many years.
No.
Because it is a terrible place to live. Oh, we got the weather, although, boy, did we have some rain this year.
We had a nasty winter.
Oh, it was awful.
Snow, rain.
Paramount Plus preps pansexual dating series Love Always. Pansexual, what is that? It is a social construct. It is a big lie. It is a scarecrow. It is a scam-a-lama ding-dong. And a lot of this stems from a mental illness. Now, when it comes to females who are pansexual, fine. That's fine. 3 to 4 shots of tequila away from having same sex. And even those females who are not into that sort of thing, like my former spousal equivalent, Lori Downey Jr. Oh, I don't like. She can still look at a female body and know that that's a hot body. And females have no problem, for the most part, being naked in front of other females. But I'll be damned if I'm going to be naked in front of another guy. Being a heterosexual male and all, I have no interest in that. But as if there isn't enough LGBTQIA2S plus, I think they fill out all of the alphabet. Content on your television screen. Paramount Plus will be hosting the entertainment industry's latest queer dating series called Love Always, which will feature a pansexual bachelorette looking for love. Now, the term pansexual refers to people who claim that, and when I first heard pansexual, I thought it was someone who liked eggs. And I guess...
Or frying pans.
Yeah, I guess it turns out that I was wrong. These are people who claim they can be romantically interested in anyone, whether that person be a woman, a man, a woman who thinks she's a man, or a man who thinks she is a woman.
A donkey.
They don't go that. Well, they don't go that far, but why not, Mart?
Yeah. Anything that identifies as anything.
Why not?
Yeah.
The first season of Love Always will feature pansexual bachelorette Lexi Paloma, not a made-up name, who is freed from typical dating show gender norms as she sets out to find true love, according to this report. The first 3 episodes are set to premiere on Paramount Plus on June 2nd, with the other 7 episodes being released weekly, as well as Awesomeness YouTube channel. What does this mean? As well as Awesomeness.
Gentlemen, focus your attention to stage number 3. Here comes Lexi Paloma. Tip her well, folks.
I thought you were going to say Awesomeness, because that's a great stage.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Great stage name.
Pour some sugar on her, because she likes it. Here's Awesomeness.
The 10-episode series will reportedly include drama, betrayal, passion, and jealousy as Paloma tries to narrow down her pool of dating prospects. Well, I don't think so. I think her pool is the sky is the limit. I mean,
It's a big pool.
Anyone that friggin' breathes.
Pretty deep.
Spicy Marie and Anthony Reccanello, who are billed as professional relationship gurus, will help the pansexual bachelorette through the process of deciding who to choose. They'll also act as mentors to the contestants. Love Always is simply the latest show shoving LGBTQIA2S plus, and on this farm there was an LGBTQIASSSS
Never gets old.
In recent years, Hollywood has become obsessed with the sexuality and gender-bending concepts. Now consumers of entertainment find it virtually impossible to avoid viewing LGBT or non-binary content when they are watching television, thanks to organizations like GLAAD constantly monitoring and lobbying their industry.
Give it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Striking transgender Hollywood writers picket outside Netflix offices. Give us trans TV, not Chat GPT. Okay. These are the writers who are picketing, but these are the transgenders. Give us trans TV, not Chat GPT. And how many transsexuals are there out there? Less than 1%? Much less than 1% of all Americans are transsexual. But of course, if you believe in the left that, it's on the rise, that's a big crock of crap. Our kids are being indoctrinated into the answer. Oh yes, I'm transsexual.
Yeah,
they don't want it. It's peer pressure. It's nothing less than peer
not
pressure.
only that, when they're so young, they're making it the norm for them, and that's the problem.
Mark. That's the goal here.
I know.
That's indoctrination.
I know, Dave.
To make the abnormal normal, because this is abnormal.
Abby normal.
I was just gonna say.
I wasn't, because that's so overused. Striking transgender Hollywood writers and their supporters targeted Netflix offices in L.A. as part of the Writers Guild of America's ongoing work stoppage against the studios. Dozens of transgender writers congregated outside Netflix buildings with WGA strike signs reading "they, them," causing May/hem. HEM, give us trans TV, not Chat GPT. What is Chat GPT?
I have no idea.
It's the artificial intelligence engine from Microsoft.
Is it really? They chat? So that is AI, huh?
Yeah.
My pronouns are pay/me. That's kind of funny.
That's fun. Well, they're writers.
Yeah, but doesn't make them great or classically trained or brilliant.
That's why they're striking.
Many probably. Yeah. Many transgender activists are still angry at Netflix for its partnership with the great Dave Chappelle, who regularly tells transgender jokes during his stand-up performances. And, of course, he refused to apologize or back down to the face of the woke cancel mob. And more and more and more of us need to do the right thing. Don't back down.
Yeah.
Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. They were joined by GLAAD as well as members of LATSE, the union that represents crew members. Hollywood writers walked off the job earlier in the month after major studios failed to reach a new contract with Writers Guild of America. What's the inside dirt? You're on the inside of this tattoo, Dave. I mean, what's really going on here?
What's really going on is the producers, and not the producers that I work with,
right,
say that we work with regularly that are on set with us.
Yeah.
It's the desk jockey producers that wanted the contract to end so they would do this.
So they wanted this to happen.
They wanted this to happen.
All right. So they may be shooting themselves in the feet,
well,
right?
I mean, the last one in 2007, I think it went 100 days.
Yeah.
And it cost the economy $3 billion. So,
it's incredible.
It's just atrocious.
I got one, Matt.
How long does the insurance last this time? Same 100 days?
Is it a strong union?
They're not that strong.
I didn't think so.
We believe that this is a membership problem that. These guys they want residuals. They want residuals for streaming. They want residuals, so when you pay Netflix $8.99 a month, you can watch whatever movie as many times as you want. So these writers are going to want streaming residuals.
Boy, is this boring. I mean, this is boring
it's
right
crazy.
now.
So they want residuals every time it plays.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah. Striking writers are demanding more generous compensation as the streaming revolution continues to take over the industry. The Guild has argued that the shorter season favored by streaming services with most shows having 10 or fewer episodes per season must have been detrimental to writers who must find work on multiple shows to make ends meet. Yeah, but isn't that the gig that you're doing?
Right.
I mean, that's
you chose it.
You're right. That's just what you do.
If you're good at it, you're going to get paid.
You bet your ass, man. Like anything.
Right.
Like anything.
Right. Network television, like SWAT, for example, we do 23, 24 episodes a season.
Right.
If it were to be streaming, we'd be cut down to 10.
I mean, see, the thing is, the cream rises to the top. That's the way it's always been.
Yes.
But they want equal pay. Keep us work. Well, no, you do whatever it takes, and if striking is the thing for you, go for it, my friends.
Striking is the thing for the majority because they're bartenders and waitresses, and they don't have a regular full-time writing.
Right. They're also worried studios will replace them with artificial intelligence technology. Well, I think you're kicking that one in the ass. You're heading that train right down the tracks, aren't they? I mean, aren't they? They're going to say, yeah, this is a great way to do it. Let's use AI. Screw the writers. Yeah, and all of a sudden the writers will find themselves obsolete. What have we been saying about the great burger franchises like McDonald's, Jack in the Box, etc.? I was talking about this on the show years ago, that, we want the minimum wage to be increased. No, you really don't. See, that's supposed to be a starter job. It's not supposed to be a career.
Right.
And if you pay this as a career, then these franchises, these big companies like McDonald's, etc., will find an automated way to do what they do, and you'll find yourself out on the street.
Taco Bell was the first one I noticed.
They're doing it, Mark. They're already doing it.
I know that. I walked into a Taco Bell one time, and the girl was honest with me. She said, look around. She goes, they cut half of our crew.
Yes.
Use that machine or that machine or that machine. And you don't even have to talk to us.
So, not that we're always right on this show, but we are.
Yeah. Banks, same thing. Banks, same thing.
We've been talking about this for years, but it's not a gig that you want to do for the rest of your life. And if it is, that's not the American way. You should strive for better. That's a starter job. Mark C.G. Boyer worked at a McDonald's.
Yeah, seen a McDonald's.
Yes.
White Oak and Ventura.
Yes.
Still works at one.
And if he weren't fired, he'd still be there.
Right.
But,
he's at Burger King now. He moved up.
He needs to go talk to
No,
Roman
I work
at Del Taco.
I work with Roman at Taco Bell.
That's what I just said. Del Taco.
Roman is our poker playing buddy on Wednesday nights, and he was supposed to, by the way, he gave us all his word.
Yes, he did.
On Wednesday that he would be here tonight to play poker. And he said that he would be here on time. And you said that Roman sent you a text?
He sent Mark and I both a text the next day. Sorry, I'm not going to make it on Saturday. I've got some personal things to do.
What do you think is going on in this guy's life? Is he finally completely pee-whipped? I mean,
that's what I see.
But he's not a pee-whipped guy. I mean, he really is.
Well, he never was.
He's his own man.
I think he wants to keep his marriage.
What if there's some sort of weird health thing going on that he's not telling us?
No, man.
We've already gone through that.
I'm telling you, though, I think he does, because he said to me before.
Maybe he wants to keep his marriage together, Mark. Yeah,
he jokes with me.
Well,
we joke
maybe
back and forth about things, but he goes, "Well, at the end of the day, I still have a wife."
And he's right about that.
Well, maybe I didn't want a wife either. At the end of the day,
maybe he does, because he's a good man. I don't know why we're not going to break, but damn it, I'll tell you the dead dog story. You get that dead dog story going. British celebrity couple Kerry and David Grant say 3 of their children are trans or non-binary. Hey, good for you, Kerry and David. Screw up your kids, even there in Great Britain. We'll be this after back.
stand for fun. We stand for great cigars. We stand for the perfect martini. And we stand for the American flag. We are Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Yeah. Hey, for those of you digging us on YouTube, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio or Rumble.com, here I'm holding this up. This is a Let's Go Brandon commemorative cigar. Pretty cool, huh?
So cool.
Thank you, our friends in Wasa. What's up, Wasa? And yes, Mary, we appreciate viewers and listeners from all over the country.
Well,
what?
For the most part.
I mean, we certainly love the cheese and the salami and the snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when the rest of the nation steps up, we appreciate it.
Well, yeah, and not only do you
don't have to send us free stuff. Make sure my mic is up loud enough. You don't have to send us free stuff to make us happy. I mean, the fact that you're there, you can make us happy by subscribing to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. That would work.
I think we should give a prize for the billionth subscriber.
Okay, well, I'm not going to live that long, but
that blows that scheme.
Love the concept. British celebrity couple Carrie and David Grant say 3 of their children are trans or non-binary. I guess they're big celebrities there in Great Britain. Carrie and David have claimed that 3 of their 4 children are transgender or gender non-binary.
Do we know how old these children are?
With one of them coming out as trans at the age of 10.
Oh, my.
Yeah, at the age of 10, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Something's really screwed up.
Well, yeah, it's called the parents, Mark.
Oh, God.
We're dealing with really nasty, stupid a-hole
It just
parents.
makes you want to just
Throw
slap
up.
them.
Yeah, it does.
Slap them in the face. Say, just wait. You wake up.
Now, wait a second. Aren't you giving them what you want?
Yes,
what
I am. That's just what they want, me to be angry, and I am right now.
The revelation adds to the growing list of celebrities who have transgender children, including Charlize Theron, a gorgeous, sexy
Too
broad.
bad she's a loser.
She's a dumbbolt.
She will F you up.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Man Curtis.
Used to be a man, happened to be a woman. Cynthia Nixon. Remember her from, what was that TV show with the 3 chicks?
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Oh.
I always knew there was something off with her, man.
Yeah.
She out of the 3 of them, she was the unattractive one.
Yes. She was always the odd duck.
Right.
I think it was. Wasn't it?
What have I said? No, there are 3. And what have I said? I mean, if you include the gay guy, then there's 4. But there are 3 women in Sex in the City.
I know what Dave's thinking of. He's thinking of Desperate Housewives. Is what he's thinking of.
Okay, but why are we talking about Desperate Housewives when I'm talking about Sex in the City?
Because that's what he was thinking of.
Because that's your brother Marty.
Okay.
No, that's you, a-hole. What the hell are you talking about?
Whoa.
Hold on a second. In an interview with the Belfast Telegraph, the TV presenter, that's what they call hosts in Great Britain. TV presenter. A couple said that their 4 children, all of whom are neurodivergent, meaning they fall somewhere on the autism spectrum. Oh,
how many names for things can we come up with?
Hold on a second. If they really. If this is true and they do fall somewhere on the autism spectrum, I mean, then they can be incredibly brilliant, or they can be dumbbolts, but incredibly brilliant, and they'll buy into a lot of this transsexual crap. They'll think, oh, that's a good idea. Which way do I go? But sorry to hear that part. They have a smorgasbord of different needs, according to this British couple. They reveal that they are parents to Olive, 28, Tylen, 21, Arlo, 17, and Nathan, who is 13. Cary Grant told the newspaper that Arlo was the first to discuss gender identity, declaring herself a boy at age 10.
Cary Grant.
Yeah, how about that? Cary Grant, but Cary, C-A-R-R-I-E.
Gotcha.
Grant told the newspaper that Arlo was the first to discuss gender identity, declaring herself a boy at the age of 10.
That's because she learned it.
Today your name's going to be Arlo.
Yeah.
We're going to name you Arlo.
I mean, do we? Yeah, that's because they learned it. You're right, Tattoo Dave. That's they think it's status quo, and they think it's cool, and they don't want to be ostracized by the other kids.
It's a whole new level to peer pressure.
Oh my God, it's such a scam. Arlo just declared in the middle of dinner one night, everyone, I just want to tell you,
ding 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 in the glass.
I'm a boy. My name is Ian, she said.
Oh.
What would you do as a parent? What would you do if that happened to you and your daughter said that to you? Or was it, wait, the boy? One night, everyone, I just want to tell you. Oh, yeah, I'm a boy. My name is Ian, she said.
So it's a girl.
What would you do, Mart? How many times do I need to ask you this question?
I'll tell you what I would do. I would just pass the green. Say, you want some green beans or potatoes? It's a dinner, right? He did this.
Do you know what I would do?
I would ignore it.
You know what I would do? No, I wouldn't ignore it.
I'd ignore it.
I would not ignore it. But I'll tell you what I would do.
Straight jacket.
I would go to the pantry. I'd grab some the little mix in a little tiny plastic container. I'd pour it in some water. I'd shake it up, and I'd give that to the name is now Ian, declared a boy by a 10-year-old girl, and say, here, have some more of this because you obviously like it. He would then say, well, what is it? It's Kool-Aid. Of course, it's Kool-Aid. Enjoy. And then you'd have a discussion, see? Then you'd start a discussion. And you wouldn't be nasty about it, but you'd explain the facts of life. And if you were a good parent to begin with, it never would have gotten this far. It never would have gotten this far.
I got to say, Matt, that is
taught them some self-reliance and understanding up front.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Dave?
That is actually the most non-aggressive. I completely 100% agree with what you just said.
Yes.
It's a good way to break in.
Of course.
It's actually...
See, because you cannot deal with children with massive aggression. Otherwise, they will throw it back at you, and they'll want what you don't want even more.
And the thing you do is you don't want to make a big deal about it.
Well, you can make a big deal about it without making a big deal about it. I think that's what we're talking about here. The two older children just went, Ian's a terrible name. Your name has to be something better than that. David and I looked at each other in amazement. The response was so beautiful. Oh, God, these are sick a-holes. This is a sickness.
It's a beautiful thing.
Cary Grant said that she was initially confused by the term non-binary. It wasn't until Thailand said in 2020, I'm non-binary, and these are my pronouns, that I went, now hang on a minute, what does that mean, she recalled. And that's the point at which, for me anyway, I jumped in and just kind of went, okay, I need to really understand this. Of course you do, because you're a dumb, bold parent, instead of understanding that you have years of experience under your belt. You should be smarter than your children. You should, Cary Grant. The couple is planning to write about their experience in the upcoming book, A Very Modern Family. Oh, my. We do have a vomit sound effect there, just in case you ever need it there, Dave.
I haven't found that one.
The stuff that we learn when we are working with our children works for us. It works for other people. We wanted to pass some of that on, David Grant told the newspaper. Well, I'll take a pass on anything that you have to say, especially when it comes to children and a 10-year-old declaring that they are now a boy even though they're a girl. Because if you break it down and you explain the difference, I mean, don't they know? Boys have different units and it's not even a mental illness at 10 years old. I mean, not necessarily.
They're being fed this in their schools.
Of course, it is called indoctrination, and the level of this indoctrination is beyond belief. And you start to believe that the left is winning. And this is Marxism in its truest form.
Yeah.
This is grab the children, get the children, and then everyone else will follow, because those children will turn into adults.
Is that Groucho Marx? Is that where Marxist came from?
Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, causes uproar over buttocks crucifix body tape. She's an Australian architectural designer, Bianca Censori, who reportedly married rapper Kanye West in a non-legally binding ceremony. Caused an uproar over photos of her wearing only body tape in the shape of a cross on her buttocks.
Non-legally binding.
Yeah, I know.
It sounded almost like non-legally binary.
Hi, how about that? I took a look at this picture, and man, that baby's got back. That is one big booty.
See, I'm not into that.
I'm not into ginormous booties.
Not ginormous.
This is a ginormous booty. Censori stripped down for a nearly nude photo shoot wearing heels and black body tape that covered her private areas. Probably not so private, really. I mean, I got a feeling that there are many that have probably investigated these quote-unquote private areas.
No trespassing. Oh, boy. They hopped the fence a few times.
I don't think there's a no trespassing sign on any of her orifices, okay? The photos immediately caused uproar on social media.
When it says enter at your own risk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a manhole cover there.
Oh, goodness.
With multiple Instagram users referring to them as non-Christ-like, which likely has to do with the body tape appearing to take the shape of a cross. Obviously, it seems to me she's doing this for publicity, right? And I guess we're giving it to her. This ain't Christ-like. This is messed up and extremely disrespectful. Another one commented. Another Instagram user simply stated, blasphemous. Imagine having the symbol of Christianity on somebody's arse. Blasphemy in the name of art, fashion, another wrote. Disrespect on another level. Multiple Instagram users also simply wrote, find God in the comment section. Yeah, Mark?
You know, Mark, she's showing me a picture of this cross on her behind.
Yeah.
That's not that's a nice A.
Okay.
It's a nice ass.
All right, maybe it's a different picture than
I'm
I
telling
think.
you.
Okay. Well, that's what I think.
Well, here, let me show you.
No, just you don't have to stand up. Just show me from there. No. You're not seeing it from the angle I saw it. Yeah, it's almost okay there. If you saw it from the side view, you'd see the massiveness of it. I'm confused. Didn't Kanye say Kim was wrong for posing in seductive clothing or lack of when they were married? That's another post there. It remains unclear, however, if Sensori's scantily clad body tape attire is part of West's Yeezy and Moalalala collaboration. So who knows? But I didn't find it attractive, and I do think it's blasphemous. I mean, why do you need to go that far? I mean, my God, don't you at least want to take care of all the bases? I mean, if there is a heaven, is this gal going? I'm not counting her out, but, that is a little blasphemous.
She is wearing a cross.
Yes, on her ass.
Yeah, well, how do you get that job, and where do I sign up?
Which job is that, Mark?
Putting the tape on.
Jimmy Buffett, hospitalized for immediate medical issues, cancels upcoming shows. Not one Jimmy Buffett song do I like. I'm not a Jimmy Buffett song fan, but with that said, I am a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. I love this guy.
He is,
I think he's a great guy, and you talk about the American way of doing things. He had essentially one damn hit in Margaritaville and turned that into a massive franchise with restaurants all over the country.
Living on sponge cake.
If you can't love this guy for that alone, and he had changes in attitude, changes in latitude, but no, I couldn't sit through a concert no matter how many bourbons I've had.
And they marketed Margaritaville like how many commercials and everybody's using that song. He gets mailbox money.
Is Jimmy Buffett the genius here, or is it someone behind him? I got to think.
I think it's him and his people.
He might have wrote it, man.
No, I'm not talking about the writer of the song. I'm talking about the marketing. It's pure brilliance. But he had to cancel shows on the Second Wind tour to address immediate medical issues. He said this on a Facebook page. He and Coral Reefer Band, they were set to play in Charleston, South Carolina. By the way, that's a great town. The music veteran with Margaritaville said, growing old is not for sissies, I promise you. I also promise you that when I'm well enough to perform, that's what I'll be doing.
Margaritaville over and over and over and over.
Yep, God bless you, man. We're big Jimmy Buffett fans. is Outlaw Radio. Oh, yeah. Okay. Listen, next hour, Caitlyn Jenner bashes trans male University of Wyoming sorority sister as a perverted sexual deviant. You know, he should be the governor of California now.
I wish he would have got it.
I wish old Caitlyn would have pursued that. I mean, we thought that maybe there was a shot. Hey, but I'll get to that story because we are, I think I can speak for all of us. We're big Caitlyn Jenner fans. And Johnny Depp says, I have no further need for Hollywood. You know, this is a guy that I've given a pass for that crap he said about Trump and the assassination. And we'll get to that story in just minutes. But first, oh, yeah, and if you just tuned in, there may be a new Wonder Hussy on the horizon. Her name is Destiny Sue Moore. She's a beautiful, not to mention hot beauty, who's in a bunch of television shows, and she's a model, and she's gorgeous. But she says, or I don't know if she said this, but the rumor is that she's going after Wonder Hussy's gig, and she's going to parade through the desert and look for old stuff and cabins, and I guess she likes nature's hot tub too.
You know what she does also?
I guess she loves to bask in nature's hot tubs throughout the country.
You.
What? What do you mean you lost me, Mark?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Can you believe he just said that? I mean, anybody?
I don't either.
Well, if I don't hear you, maybe no one hears.
I don't hear him either.
Okay. Pop star JoJo Siwa Binks, her real name is JoJo Siwa, shares video of burglars breaking into her L.A. home. She says life is scary. No. Did you just slam that down, Mart?
I threw it down like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, bud. Pop star JoJo Siwa shares video of burglars breaking into her L.A. home, saying life is scary. No, JoJo, living in an ultra blue city is scary. She's a YouTube megastar and former Dance Mom star JoJo Siwa. Does anyone know who this gal is?
No.
Anybody ever hear of her?
I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, do me a favor. Hug your people extra tight tonight. Life is scary, and you never know when anything could happen, she wrote. Along with a video, according to People magazine, we were robbed last night at 2:40-ish a.m. It was an armed robbery, which is very scary. She's 19 years old and a YouTube megastar, and she's making 19 years old, and she's talking about how life is scary. No, living in L.A., my friend, these days is scary. It wasn't always scary, but it certainly is now.
Absolutely is now.
The LAPD told TMZ that they responded to a call from Siwa's alarm company about the break-in. Police found the performer's door open when they arrived, and the perpetrator's gone. Siwa, who was on a cruise at the time of the break-in, so she said it was an armed robbery. Okay, it wasn't a robbery. It was a burglary, not to be too precise.
Well,
but
how do you know it was armed?
Well, because they had guns, and she has video.
Oh.
So they had guns, but it's a burglary, not a robbery. A robbery is if you're there. See, it's fun to learn, isn't it? Isn't it fun? She was on a cruise at the time, and she said there was a lot of materialistic damage, but added the damage could be repaired. I'm just happy my family and pups are safe. Most important thing to me is the Dancing with the Stars show. No, I just made that up. Yeah, but I guess she was a contestant, and she says life is scary. No, unfortunately, you're living in the wrong town, or you're living in the wrong state, and I bet they aren't armed. Not that that would have helped, because they weren't even around at the time.
But at least she said her pups are safe. I'm glad, because some of these a-holes are breaking in and they're killing the dogs.
Oh, man, don't you want to strangle these bastards?
Yeah. It's like, why would you do that? Leave the dog alone.
Leave the dog alone.
Give the boy a dog.
Just give the boy a dog. Can't you see that the boy just wants a dog?
Yeah, I'm done with that crap. That's way over.
All right, lot to get to when we return on the Big Dog of Broad Chasing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to us on YouTube and do the follow and the notification bell. Would you do that? You know, so you know when we're on, and you know, that'll help everyone concerned. And rumble.com. And we're also on Twitter. And we'll be this after back on the Big Dog of Broad Chasing from the hills of the San Fernando Valley. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Thank you.
Wait a minute, fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said, Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said, Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you you up. Uptown funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Hot dance. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Hot dance. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
All right, last hour, we're talking about pop star JoJo Siwa. She's a YouTube phenom. No one is more phenomenal than our friend Wonderhussy, though. That is a true YouTube phenom. But JoJo was burglarized. She was on a cruise, and a bunch of guys with guns came into her home and stole a bunch of her stuff. And she says life is scary. And I'm certainly, I have noted that no. What do you have to compare to life? Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
At 19 or however old?
No. At 100. Oh. What do you have to compare to life? There is nothing to compare. So life isn't scary. Life is life. Am I just keep not hearing myself loud enough every time I come back.
I can hear you plenty loud.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Well,
appreciate Mart and Tattoo Dave saying, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Just telling you, we're being honest. We're honest here. If not anything, we're honest here. Okay? One thing I've learned. Okay?
Did you learn that today?
I did.
Something.
Yeah?
Just today.
See, you learned that today.
I have learned that today.
So pop star
Very excited about it.
Pop star JoJo Binks, who is also in that Star Wars. Is that what you?
Yeah, Jar Jar. Princess
the
Leia.
Jar Jar.
Hey, guess what? I was just pleasantly surprised.
Oh, you were by what?
Marty learning something.
Oh, see, that's nice.
Now,
Isn't that nice? See,
that makes sense.
See, at the top of the show today, I said that it's been a long time since I've been pleasantly surprised by anything.
Oh, by the way, I got it.
By anything. I have not been pleasantly surprised by anything in years. Yes, my brother Mart.
I got one from the top of our show, which I'm going to go way back there. But if
Yeah,
you're
go ahead.
listening, okay. Billy Vera texted me and he said, I got one for you.
Okay.
One of the slogans, whatever, he says, how about this? AM, PM, too much good crap.
See, I would have gone with that. Yeah, I would have gone with that. Yeah, in fact, look him up there, Tattoo Dave. It's under Billy V or Billy Vera, but when he was over here, you know who Billy Vera is, right? I mean, are you over 40? I'm not asking you. I know that you do. You were here when he was here.
You continued the sentence. Look him up. You know who he is.
No, please look him up.
What would you do?
Yeah, he did that great hit record from Facts of Life. No, it wasn't Facts of Life. What the hell was the TV show?
You take the good, you take the bad.
Okay, that sounded a lot like Billy Vera, didn't it?
But I want to hear the song.
And losing. That's not the one. That's not the one. Keep going. Find me some Billy when he was sat in here and he did some liners for us. And in the radio biz, a liner is when a quote unquote celebrity will say something about your show and then you play it back.
Or he also, when in his text, he said, how about AM, PM, too much good F and S.
Well, I think he almost said it, but he almost said that in this.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah. So talk about destroying the bid.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, am I going to have to come over there again?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I going to have to turn this bus around?
I mean, I got to go with my best buddy's slogan since we were growing up, John Albee, who now resides in Arizona, but he's always on that damn fishing boat. You know, he's the engineer, chief engineer. But since we were kids, he would always say, how hard can it be?
Right.
Whatever the chore is or whatever it is, how hard. And it was usually in reference to something I was trying to figure out, like how to get the top off a ketchup bottle. And so, it's the little things that I've always had difficulty with. And he'd say, how hard can it be? Okay, so I'm going to come over there?
If you want, I only have Billy Vera, that one, and Billy Dilly. That's
okay, being that we're on terrestrial radio, so there's no dead air here. Now, for those on YouTube, you'll probably just get a big kick of me walking over there in my shorts, but yet wearing a fancy blazer because, you can't see below my waistline because I'm standing behind this bar in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada saloon.
Magical.
All right, so you got to keep something going, otherwise we'll have
Marty, I thought of...
Are you going to remove yourself so I can figure this out?
Marty, I thought of a slogan.
And then
Genuine...
won't give me the space.
Imitation.
Okay, all right.
What is it?
Genuine imitation.
It could be under Vera, too.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it could
that's
be
the
under
slogan
Vera.
I heard to leather belts, wallets,
okay.
coats.
Oh, wait, which one
Genuine
is that?
imitation.
Okay. All right. But I don't know. And so that because you are a smart guy, and I don't mean that condescending, because you are. Because my friend Dave, and he really is a very smart dude, I would have expected him to say, okay, so it's not under Billy, so let's then look under Vera. Because I don't know what the hell this crap is under. Okay, so this is Billy Vera on the show a few months ago. Man, do I love this guy.
He was great, yeah.
AM, PM, too much good stuff.
That's why they fired you, man. No, okay.
So what's the real reason?
Oh, wait. Before you get to the story, let's do a liner that I'm not going to pay him for.
I get scale.
Here.
Double scale.
Here. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Too much good stuff.
Magic Max. See, that's why I don't do it anymore.
Introduce yourself. Billy Vera.
No. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Too much good stuff.
You do it better than I do. Magic Matt's me. Magic Matt's outdoor radio. Magic Matt's Matt's outlaw
No,
radio.
you got to start from the beginning. Go.
Magic Matt's outlaw radio. Too much good stuff.
Oh, that's Billy Vera. Right there.
Take your dick hard when I say that.
Yeah.
That's Billy Vera.
You know what? You know why they took that voiceover away from him?
Yeah.
That's really rude.
Okay.
Well, it was a race thing, and he said it was. They wanted somebody that because Billy sounds like he could.
He sounds like Billy Vera sounds like he could be a black guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they wanted. So
they replaced him with a black guy.
So they did. They replaced him.
Yes. The true. Yes. He said it himself.
Wow, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Welcome to the woke world. Screwing over our buddy Billy Vera.
And by the way, Billy would say, I'll cut him, mother effer.
Oh, yeah, I'll cut him. I'll cut him. Yeah, Billy Vera is no puss. I want you to know that, man.
No.
No, he grew up in a tough neighborhood, and boy. And for him to do such and he wrote that song, too. What does it take? And he posted on his Facebook page, speaking of Billy, today, a picture of the female that was the impetus of that song, that inspired him to write that song.
Oh, yeah, he talked about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can find Billy Vera's Facebook page. Simply punch in Billy Vera.
He said his biggest thing.
And by the way, if you do that, tell him that you're listening to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and we're talking about old Billy because man, we love him. Love him.
The biggest thing he said he still makes a lot is King of Queens.
Oh yeah. He did the theme song to that show.
Yeah.
So where was I? I was talking about pop star JoJo, YouTube phenom.
Well, then you went into Johnny Depp.
And the fact that she was burglarized, and the thing is, she's living in the wrong town because there are a lot of burglaries. I mean, more per capita than I think at any time in the past here in L.A. And it's not just her, man. Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee's L.A. home was reportedly trashed during a home invasion. In October, rapper Megan Thee Stallion's L.A. home was broken into.
They're going after high profiles.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of her belongings were stolen. Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, yeah, I guess that is a chick. I was thinking of the guy that does the podcast. That's another Thee, the God.
Yeah, and you can't think ghetto... only the ghetto neighborhoods anymore because they go for the high.
Hold on. Would anybody go for a ghetto?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say.
They say the crime happens in ghetto neighborhoods.
I would say that's not where the good stuff is, but I went to 2 Thanksgivings in a row to the place formerly called South Central Los Angeles.
It is called South Central.
Well, no, it's not, because they changed the moniker, and boy, that certainly decreased the crime. They only call it South LA now.
Cut the crime in
and
half.
they've been doing that for about 25 years now. They took it from South Central, which had a bad connotation, and then they made it South LA. Now, I had Thanksgiving there with the aforementioned Maggie, my future ex, and she's now my ex of many, many years. And
God rest her soul.
Yeah, she had some friends, an older black couple who sort of brought her up.
Right.
And so we're the 2 white people at this Thanksgiving 2 years in a row. And, to my brother Mark's point, not all the good stuff is in the great neighborhoods. They had antiques in that house.
Don't tell people.
I'm not giving the address. It's close to the cop shop there in South Central. I mean, but I'm not pinpointing it down or giving you an address. But they had so much cool stuff, so much good stuff. And so it can happen anywhere. But, if I'm going to be a burglar, yeah, I'm going to go to the nicer neighborhoods. I mean, why aren't you going to go to the places where they're going to have the expensive crap?
Well, especially since Newscomb made it legal.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Arsenio Hall was hit with 2 break-ins and was almost robbed twice while at his L.A. home. The home of fashion mogul, model, and tattoo icon Kat Von D was burglarized. And an armed man was arrested after targeting White Lotus and Baywatch star Alexandra Daddario's house. In June, Casey Affleck's girlfriend, actress Kaylee Cowan, was alone in their L.A. home at around 3 a.m. when she awoke in her bedroom to find a home invader standing over her. I mean, that's something I can't even imagine. The horror. I mean, how frightening is that?
And I'm not afraid to say it, man. I sleep with a loaded 45 underneath my pillow.
It's too bad, Dave Matthews, you friggin' puss. Guns are good, Dave Matthews. Yeah. Mentally ill people have a problem, and those mentally ill people with guns, that's where we have the problems,
but it's
you
weird.
see.
It's weird, though, since I started doing it.
And they don't have to be mentally ill. They can just be nasty people with guns.
Since I started sleeping with a 45 underneath my pillow, I've got this gun indent starting on the side of my head.
You got this what?
A gun indent.
Is that right?
On the side of my head. I don't know.
I think it looks good, Marty.
Well,
what is that from?
Well, you could put your head in the bathroom, and we could use you as a soap holder.
Oh, that's effed up.
I don't know. I just like the visual of that. Hey, CBS FBI Most Wanted. I guess that's a TV show.
Yes.
Attacks. Mark would know because he still watches the networks. Good.
CBS is great. I watched the show before.
Yeah, good for you. Which is what?
FBI.
All right.
Oh, FBI, I know that show.
CBS FBI Most Wanted. So this is a spinoff, obviously, of the CBS show, because that's all the networks have to offer now. If they have one hit, then they're going to spin that thing off into something else. Of course, how did we get Jody Loves Chachi? Yeah. And how did we get Happy Days? We got Happy Days from Love American Style. That was simply one little bit on Love American Style that they turned into Happy Days, and then of course Happy Days became the huge hit. It's like my buddy Milt Larson, owner, proprietor of the Magic Castle in Hollywood, the adult Disneyland. And, he was offered 2 gigs, him and his writing partner. One was, I forget what the hell, a Malibu U, and the other one was a TV show called Laugh-In. But the Malibu U, it was a year, and it was
pickup.
It was a legitimate 1 year, and they would be paid. It was solidified. The Laugh-In thing was just a pilot, and, there was nothing secure about it. They went with Malibu U, and, of course, the rest is history. Even though, as I mentioned on this show, if you watch some of those Laugh-Ins these days, boy, they don't hold up. Not funny. Simply not funny. Yeah. I mean, not funny.
It was funny because you were watching it with people and your family, and it...
Well,
creates laughter.
Yeah, sort of, right? It's sort of the sheep mentality.
Friday night, it was.
And it was
you did that, huh?
Of course, I did that, Marty. That's why I'm saying it.
Kind of creepy, dude.
No, what?
Sit around with your family. Let's gather around and watch Laugh.
Hold on a second. I'm not understanding this concept. That back in the day you would sit with your family and watch TV. And how is that creepy?
Gross, man.
Okay, that's the American way, and that's boy. I hearken back to loving those days.
Yeah, we're talking 45 years.
I'd be out on the streets playing kick a can of smoking weed.
Okay, that's my brother Mart.
And this explains everything, right?
By the way, if you've ever asked the question of yourselves, yes, my brother Mart and I are diametrically opposed in most every way. Because I'm extremely old-fashioned. I love that. I love the sitting with the relatives, watching Christmas specials. I love all that.
I know
stuff.
you do. I look back then, and now it scares me because it's like, there were some fun times, but
it scares you how?
Well, because it's over. It's never going to happen again. I don't like.
I don't understand how it scares you.
Well, it doesn't scare me. That's the wrong thing to say. I guess.
Then why'd you say it?
Because I don't have my 45.
CBS. It's only a few feet away. I know that.
Oh, my God.
CBS FBI Most Wanted attacks Texas Governor Greg Abbott, calling busing illegal border crossers to New York a publicity stunt. In the latest episode of this, Greg Abbott, they referred to his policy of busing illegal border crossers to New York as a quote-unquote publicity stunt. And if it was a great publicity stunt, and it did the job, and it did much more than create publicity, because I know that mayor of New York is pissed to this day and continues to be pissed and up in arms. And if you can't handle it, my friends, if you can't walk the walk, you obviously like these homeless people, you big lefty.
Take the train.
Yeah. I mean, do whatever you have to do, man, to make that city run well. But we know the last time that New York City was running like a top. Reardon. Yes, Reardon,
Was he ever in New
the
York?
mayor of New York, Richard Reardon.
Oh, he was, Mark?
No, of course not.
I know he wasn't.
Yeah.
I was kidding. I know that. You're talking about Giuliani.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Giuliani was the greatest. And by the way, even that friggin' Republican in sheep's clothing, what's his name, did obviously a much better job because he was conservative in many ways. Okay, Chris Christie is a friggin' whale on a beach. All right, I don't want to talk about that brain dead friggin' idiot who's doing everything to garner attention because he's got nothing. As far as I know, he's out of a gig and he's looking for something, but he wants to be on the debate stage.
Yeah.
Why? He has not even a 2% rating. I don't think 2% of the people of America would even consider voting for that big buffoon. Wow. Anyway,
how do you really feel?
My point here is no one in this room out of 4 quote-unquote intelligent adults can come up with the last mayor or the mayor before the mayor of New York City. De Blasio. There, I did it. No, De Blasio's a piece of crap. So before him... Anyway, it's the multi-millionaire. Okay, and you know that we have listeners and or viewers who are just smashing their heads against their TV or their radio right now, saying, "Geez, we know the name.
Well, type it in.
How can we get to you, Matt?" Caitlyn Jenner bashes trans male University of Wyoming sorority sister as a perverted sexual deviant. Caitlyn Jenner is just had enough. Enough. Perverted, sexually deviant male. A group of 7 Kappa Iota Gamma members have sued their school and sorority after a biological male who claims to be a transgender female student joined the group and began to frighten them with his presence. How can you be this friggin' woke to let a guy who is obviously scam-a-lama ding-donging you to be around hot bra? I saw these chicks, and most of them are really hot. But even if they're not hot, as a heterosexual male, does anyone here have a problem seeing a naked woman?
Nope.
Right? Well,
Who's the first person to spoke up?
Of course, it's Mark.
Well,
Mark T.G. Boyd.
I don't have a problem.
In their lawsuit, the 7 sorority members, and man, do I feel for them, but I love the fact that these biological females are finally sticking up for themselves and saying enough of this crap already. The 7 sorority members said they live in constant fear in our home with the student Artemis Langford in their presence. Wasn't he on The King of Comedy? I think he hosted the TV show, which was a sort of a takeoff of Johnny Carson. Artemis Langford. In their presence at their sorority house, the women say that Langford, who reportedly stands 6'2", weighs 260 pounds, sits in the house staring at them, and often becomes sexually aroused in front of them.
I heard about this.
And this is supposedly a trans guy. And if you're a heterosexual guy, wouldn't you do the same thing? I mean, to prove a point, I would. I would. To prove a point? Hell yeah. After that news broke, Jenner was asked about the situation. He said the trans student is not a woman. You know what? If you look at those pictures, what I have to say is he is a perverted sexual deviant. I'm sorry, Artemis Langford, you are not a woman, and you do not belong in women's spaces.
He was good in Wild Wild West, though.
Jenner went on, that's Artemis Gordon.
Okay.
Jenner went on to decry the woke agenda in both sports and education. I was listening to Fox News the other night, and Clay Travis, I think, put it just perfectly. He says, living in this world, equality really, really has become inequality. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it has.
Yep.
And it's so true because the women are not being protected here, and that is a shame. He says, I've been fighting this woke world for a long time. This comes from Caitlyn Jenner. Obviously, in sports, we know how that's been going for the last couple of years, trying to protect women's sports. And now in a sorority, and you know, you got to fight back. All this BS every day, tooth and nail, Jenner said. The student who filed the lawsuit also insisted that men cannot become women. Isn't that, what a crazy notion in this day and age in 2013? What a nutty, blasphemous thing to come out of anyone's pie hole. Where are we now?
Yeah.
What have we become as a nation?
Twilight Zone.
And the whole sports thing, I think Jenner kind of knows a little bit about sports.
Yeah. Boy, what a friggin' sports magnate this man.
Yeah.
An adult human male does not become a woman because he tells others that he is a female gender identity and behaves in what he believes to be a stereotypically female manner, reads the legal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court for Wyoming. The women suing the school also allege that the sorority violated its own rules by allowing Langford to join in the first place. In one instance, the lawsuit says that Kappa Kappa Gamma waived its 2.6 grad point average to accept a pledge when they allowed Langford, who only had a 1.96 average, to join. And in another case, the lawsuit alleges that sorority officials pressured sisters to vote in favor of letting Langford join and even forced students to vote publicly using their email addresses instead of anonymously, as is the usual practice. So they wanted to out them, those who did the right thing. They went out of their way to out these lovely, lovely, biologically gorgeous females.
Unbelievable.
Where are we as a nation?
Yeah.
When are the vast majority going to say enough of this bull S? It has come a time here in almost June of 2023 where enough is finally enough. And those who are being coddled because of their identity as a different sex, instead of coddling them, they are mental patients by and large. Either that or they're gaming the system like this Langford in order to be in there to see naked chicks dressing. And once again, heterosexual males, true heterosexual males, do enjoy the visual of a naked woman. So maybe we'll get the other shoe to drop, and maybe Langford will say, okay, yes, it was a joke. Or perhaps he won't, because then he loses in a lawsuit, and maybe there's criminal charges. You know, I'm no attorney. I don't know. But what Bloomberg is the man, yeah. He was running the city compared to where we are now in New York, Bloomberg was a friggin' genius. Johnny Depp says, I have no further need for Hollywood. Johnny has some unique and interesting things to say when we return on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and Rumble.com. Follow us, subscribe to us, and hit that notification button. We'll be this after back. Thank you, great radio stations throughout the country.
Slowly, hotel suite.
laboratories. With over 200 research workers, academic staff, and PhD students worked around the clock 7 days a week for 9 years. And today, we deliver broadcasting from atomic scale components. 21st century technology, talk, stars, and subliminal messaging. Motivating, stimulating, mildly erotic, 24/7. Outlaw Radio.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see you. I see you out there. I smell you. We have smell-o-vision. I see you dancing with your hand above, both hands above your head. I see it. Yeah, little body odor armor would come in handy right now. Welcome back, my friends, the big voracious dog of broadcasting, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Throughout the nation on great radio stations and YouTube and Rumble.com. Simply punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio and you'll find us. But you have to do it just that way. You can't put in Outlaw Radio. You know, I'm just wondering how many subscriptions the other Outlaw Radios are getting because they think they're subscribing to us. Because I know, you know that a few are. Because people use devices like a toaster. It's like, okay, punch a button. And I'm the same way, man. I am totally the same way. I don't want to have to think about it. So having to punch in Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio is a true pain in the ass. And I feel bad about it, but it's the only way we could do it. That I could figure it out.
You only have to do it once, and then it stays in your search queue.
Yeah, no, I know. Hey, Tattoo Dave, I'm with you on that. But man, you know, you make things difficult, and the regular Joe, and I'm one of you, man. I am one of the regular Joes.
We become a lazy society.
I don't want to do it. It's like I don't want to. You know, I should, but I don't want to do that. But, you know, if you're going through that, if you have that dilemma right now, then do it. All right? Just do it. Instead of thinking about it, go ahead and subscribe to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. And then instead of subscribing, I think you follow us on Rumble.com. Johnny Depp says, I have no further need for Hollywood. Appearing at the Cannes Film Festival, the Cannes Film Festival, the Cannes Film Festival, the Cannes Film Festival. The day after premiering the first film in 3 years, Johnny Depp said that he has no further need for Hollywood. Now, I want you to know that this is a guy that I have forgiven. We might as well play this for you because, you know, this just pissed me off, and I think it pissed off anyone who is a true American who knew that Donald Trump was doing the right thing for America. Yeah, he's a loudmouth. He's a loudmouth son of a bitch. And he gets in his own way, but he certainly didn't get in his own way when it came to doing the right thing for Americans and America. I mean, check out the scoreboard. Check out the scoreboard between now and then. You know, it's there in black and white. So when you hear the Joy Beastars and the Whoopi friggin' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Goldbergs talking about how bad Trump is and not even naming his name, but how Biden is the god of all presidents, you have to question what the hell is going on. And what's going on is the left, they don't deal with facts, period. They don't deal with black and white facts. Oh, they deal with black and white because racism is everything with the left. Without racism, they have nothing. Yep. You know, that's their platform, my friends. But this is Johnny Depp a few years ago, and this isn't the entire speech, but this is a small snippet of Johnny Depp. And I did say snippet. I think I made up a new word.
Yeah, I like it.
Hell, I made up a word, what was it, 20 years ago, scam-a-lamma ding-dong. That's my word in the Urban Dictionary. Yes, credited me, not one to boast, scam-a-lamma ding-dong. Spell it correctly, my name will pop up. Here's Johnny Depp. All righty.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
And then the crowd goes wild. And that was during Donald Trump.
That's what you forgave him for. Though.
One more time with Johnny Depp on stage.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
I'm just saying that.
It's so.
Just saying that. Can't that get you arrested?
Yeah.
By the feds?
Yeah, of course. Of course it could.
That's pretty much a threat.
But Mart, it's Johnny Depp. You know, and I don't think that Johnny Depp is a brain trust. I truly don't. I mean, I watched a lot of that friggin' agony in the courtroom between him and Amber Heard. I mean, it was a travesty of justice, and I was on his side then, even though he made these stupid proclamations. But there are other people in my life. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Ryan Stiles, Tall Man of Comedy, 6'4", and by the way, that man is worth the climb. You know him from Whose Line Is It Anyway? The Drew Carey Show, 2.5 Men and a Baby.
Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk, he wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Mart, but and he's a dear, dear guy. I love him dearly. Politically, however, he may have applauded Johnny Depp's proclamation, when was the last time, or his question, when was the last time a president was assassinated, because
by an actor.
Because Ryan is apolitical, like I do believe Johnny Depp is apolitical. All he knows is what his buddies feed him in Hollywood. They know, but I think he's seeing the light. Not that he's some brain trust. I don't think he's the smartest guy, but I've always maintained, in my opinion, Johnny Depp is a nice guy. I think Johnny Depp is a good guy.
I've heard that from everyone.
When I met him and spent a few minutes with him at Musso and Frank's, it wasn't BS. He wasn't putting on airs. Wow. I think he's a genuinely nice guy, but he's apolitical.
My buddy's worked for him doesn't work for him anymore because he sold the Viper.
Yeah, have you ever heard someone say a bad thing?
No,
except Amber Heard.
Johnny was the greatest boss he ever had, he said,
right.
Man. Yeah.
Appearing at the the Kanye West Film Festival in France, after premiering his first film, Johnny Depp says he has no further need for Hollywood. He made a rare public appearance to face questions of the press following the opening night premiere of Jean Dubert, in which Depp plays King Louis, directed and starring, who cares? Oh, wait a second. Depp's first film. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, okay. Part of Depp's argument in that 2022 defamation trial was that he had lost work due to Heard's allegations. Heard was ordered to pay Depp $10 million in damages. And by the way, the argument was 100% spot on. He did lose work.
He lost it all.
He lost the friggin' Pirate, the next Pirate movie.
Yeah.
I mean, how much money is that for him? At least 20. I mean, if he gets back in on that, and he does, because he's going to be a producer on that thing too, he's probably going to make at least $40 million on the project.
I think more than that.
So, most likely, Ted.
He'll make Jack Sparrow angry.
Wait, Jack Sparrow or one of the greatest guitarists from the Rolling Stones? Who are we talking about?
Same guy.
Same guy?
Well, no, he said this.
Yeah.
Depp said when he studied that character, he studied after Keith Richards.
Yeah. Well, I think Johnny Depp is one hell of a good actor.
Oh, he is.
And he was vindicated in court. Did I feel boycotted by Hollywood, he says? You'd have to not have a pulse to feel like none of this is happening. It's a weird joke, Depp told reporters. When you're asked to resign from a film you're doing because of something that is merely a function of vowels and consonants floating in the air, yes, you feel boycotted. He really went out of his way to be stupid in that thing. I mean, it's like, I know what he's saying. He's talking about allegations that he was vindicated on, but yet he still lost all that work. He says, I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood. Then he goes on to say, after the vowels and consonants flying around, he then goes on to say, I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood because I don't think about Hollywood. I don't have much further need for Hollywood myself. It's a strange, funny time where everybody would love to be able to be themselves, but they can't. Well, that would be the woke left there, Johnny. They must fall in line with the person in front of them. If you want to live that life, I wish you the best. That's Hollywood. It's always been Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's life.
You have to be in lockstep with these friggin' a-hole morons, these Nazis. There, I said it. Except I don't think they're killing Jews because
they basically are.
They're all Jews.
Now, by the way, that came from 2 Jews on the show. I want you to know that. And one of my favorite westerns of all time, 2 Jews for Sister Sarah. Oh, that was so.
That was what great casting in that. Yeah.
that is one of the rare times I will say that was amazing.
And having to walk the horses during the Sabbath was a fascinating scene.
Yeah, but you never saw more sparkly yarmulkes than you did in that that film.
They were beautiful.
The Jean Dubarry press conference was among the most circus-like in recent years. Depp called the majority of what's been written about him in recent years fantastically, horrifically written fiction. He says, majority of what you read is, and I quote from Johnny Depp, fantastically, horrifically written fiction. Didn't hold back when expressing his opinion to the news media in Cannes, France. Speaking during a press conference for the movie, he said at one point he spoke about the news industry's coverage of his personal life. The majority of what you read, and I already gave you that. He calls it fiction. He said it's like asking the question, how are you doing? But the subtext is, God, I hate you.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm liking the guy more and more.
Well, this is hard to, yeah.
What, Mark?
No, I was going to say, this is, because it goes down the line, but in 2 weeks I'm going to be meeting, now just follow me here, Johnny's cousin's ex-girlfriend is who I'm going to be meeting over at my buddy's house.
Twice removed.
And why are you telling me this?
Removed.
But why are you telling me this?
I don't know.
Okay.
They think that my friend thinks that we'd be a good fit together. Yeah. So, and Johnny's cousin?
It was a Johnny Depp girlfriend?
Johnny Depp's cousin's girlfriend.
Oh, so not Johnny Depp's girlfriend.
Johnny Depp's cousin.
So you don't know if they see. I'd say if this were a past relationship with Johnny Depp, then you'd have to assume that the female is hot. But because this woman did not date,
I saw a picture of her last night.
You saw a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's my.
By the way, it's gorgeous is in the eye of the beholder.
That's right.
And by the way, you know that's a crock.
Yeah, it is.
Last year, a jury decided in Johnny Depp's favor in his libel lawsuit against Amber Big Liar Heard.
What do you think went through Heard's head when she was squatting on that bed? I wonder about that, man. It's like, whoa.
I don't know what.
Just greasing one out.
No, come on, Mart. Come on. Someone's trying to have a nice cheese curd right now, and they have to hear this crap. Literally, this crap.
Amber Curd.
That's new.
Prior to the verdict, Hollywood and much of the news media had sided against Depp, barely based on Heard's allegations, because believe all females. Right? Believe all females. Depp reportedly lost his role in the Fantastic Beasts movie due to Heard's claims. Though not his $16 million paycheck. So what? So they had to pay him because they opted out? Is that... Boy, that's not bad.
Now you've made this pirate mad.
Wait a second. I don't think... Was that his dialect in the Beast movie?
I'm always a pirate, man.
He's always British?
I'm always a pirate.
Was he British in Willy Wonka?
Oh, always British and always a pirate.
Because believe me, I could not even get close to that.
Horrible movie.
Oh, I wouldn't watch it.
No, I couldn't get through it.
There's one Willy Wonka, and it starred Gene Wilder, period. And, obviously, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, nothing against you, my friend.
No, Tim Burton's one who pushed it.
Yeah. So let's put Johnny Depp in there. Well, by the way, it doesn't matter who's in there. You don't do it. You just don't do a remake of Willy Wonka.
Well, that's just Jack Nicholson. That might have been good. You got to admit.
Yeah, Jack
Nicholson
could have been good. Yeah. That Jack Nicholson is so friggin' good. Yeah,
I'm here.
He's quirky enough, man.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny. Anyway, he says
Veruca Salt, what are you doing over here? Oh, yeah, you can see him doing it.
He says, I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood because I think about Hollywood. Oh, I don't think about Hollywood. All right, Johnny, live and be well, my friend.
I like the guy.
Live and be well. Me too. Tucker Carlson, Fox News primetime, loses to MSNBC on Monday. How difficult must it be to lose to MSNBC?
That's a toughie.
How a left-wing propaganda outlet that spreads conspiracy theories and encourages political violence against Republicans was so far in last place Monday, it looked like the speck of dirt it really is. And I think that was CNN. And then, without any special programming, MSNBC averaged a total of 1.85 million total primetime viewers. Tucker Carlson averaged, what the hell? I don't even have the stats here. Was it like 6 million viewers or something? So what do you think? Letting old Tucker leave? Do you think that was a bad idea? Do you think that was bad? And they ain't getting it back, by the way.
No.
I know Newsmax is vying for his affection right now. All right, we'll be this after back with some Jane Fonda news next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love this bar. Yeah, not one to boast. My concept, let's do a radio show from a bar about 24 years ago. Let's smoke, drink, and interrupt. And here we are, man. Here we are in my backyard. No one else will have us. So we're here in my backyard.
Now you got people like Joe Rogan and these guys smoking cigars on their
Are they?
podcast.
Oh,
yeah. Huge.
All right. Okay. Who started internet radio? Hello. Guilty. Yeah. Who's having a friggin' I'd like to be able to drive to work, but no, I don't have that luxury because it's here in my backyard.
Sometimes it's too close.
It's right here in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar where I have to put up with crap every week from Tattoo Dave, our producer, who at break just now, he said, "Hey Matt, thanks for the bourbon." And I said, and what was my response? I said, "Well, I don't know what that means because I didn't get you bourbon." He said, "That's what I mean." I said, "I don't have bourbon here either." He said, "Well, what are you drinking?" Like that that should be the next question, right?
Of
Right?
course.
Since I'm hosting the damn show, I'm trying to keep the show together. But and by the way, Tattoo Dave is the closest to the door.
Look,
he's right there at the door. I'm all the way over here behind this bar. Behind this bar, it takes me a trek. As those of you who watch on YouTube, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and on Rumble, you see that I have to trek through there behind my brother, out the curtain, and then through. Tattoo Dave is right there at the door.
But
So if he
you did it.
really wants bourbon, he can have it. So I said, no, I'm not drinking bourbon. I'm drinking tequila. And he said, see? And it's like, see? What the hell does that mean?
We're supposed to be drinking together.
What do you think? Matt's a PA or something, dude? What do you...
Yeah, am I your PA?
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, it is the show.
The Tattoo Dave Show.
Yeah, see, this is where it's all heading. I know this. Believe me, I know this.
Slippery slope.
Jane Fonda said French director once tried to sleep with her to see what my orgasms were like.
Huh.
I love that. That is one of the greatest come-ons ever.
Wow.
And by the way, guys, looking for a new hookup? Do I dare say that? A hookup? Looking for a hookup? What a great friggin' line!
really is.
What a great line! I want to sleep with you because I want to know what your orgasms
That is so.
are like.
Because it shouldn't offend the woman.
No, it's so gorgeous. What Jane Fonda claimed that a French director once tried to sleep with her to discover what her orgasms were like. In an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Jane Fonda said it was the late filmmaker Rene Clement who wanted to go to bed with her. Fonda worked with Clement on the 1964 movie La Falana, co-starring whoever. But by the way, this is 1964. How incredibly beautiful and hot and sexy was Jane Fonda, even though, Hanoi Jane, don't like her politics at all, but let's just talk aesthetically speaking here.
No,
how friggin' hot was she?
I watched True Lies again.
She wasn't in that movie.
That's Jamie Lee
She wasn't in that movie.
No.
During the episode, Cohen asked Fonda to name one man in Hollywood who tried to pick you up once that you turned down. The French director, Rene Clement, Fonda replied later, adding, well, he wanted to go to bed with me because he said that the character had to have an orgasm in the movie and he needed to see what my orgasms were like.
Beautiful.
Are you kidding me? Cohen responded. This is the TV show or the whatever the hell it is she's on. But he said it in French and I pretended like I didn't understand, said Fonda. Wow. Back in 1964.
Yeah.
Can you blame the guy?
Of course not.
I mean, what a beautiful thing. I need to, because...
It's research.
Well, no, being a method actor, my own self, being a method person, I understand that you truly need to have that experience to then experience it on film and to be convincing. And Jane Fonda, by the way, whack job, and I should have when I had my opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah. I should have.
I just saw her in True Lies.
She wasn't in True Lies.
Oh. All right.
That's my Dumbolt brother Mart, who I thank for being on the show this week. Tattoo Dave, producer extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You tatted up son of a bitch riding a Harley.
I'll take some tequila, please.
Mark CG. Always with a give me, take me, take me, show me.
Man.
Isn't that what our father told us as kids?
Give me, take me, show me.
Give me, take me, show me. That just came to me for the first time in years.
He used to lay that on us all the time.
Oh, this could be bad. This could mean something, Mark.
I had a dream about it.
Because then we say, remember on that show, and then that was the last day he lived.
Oh man, come on.
Mark C.G. Boyer, thank you for all that you do. We're still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
And
but I just got pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Why? How?
Because Tattoo Dave is more Jew than I am.
Yeah, he is. You mean he's a Jewy Jew? Is that what you're saying? Mark C.G. Boyer, thank you. And our HR man, Billy Dilly, who fought for our country. Well, did he fight? But he was in the military. Yes. He's a hoorah. And I appreciate Billy, and I love that man. I'll continue to be Magic Matt. I was going to say until next week, but I'll probably be the same guy throughout the week. And then we meet again. And our podcast, by the way, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and Rumble. I just checked. Someone listened to me and they subscribed over the last 4 minutes. Thank you very much. Don't forget, my friends, bumblebees can't fly, but they do, right?
to the night.